U.S. government, aliens exist. My last two brain cells, if they land in Italy, should we call them Italian?
So that's BenTelect's content.
I was invited to be on a podcast by a pretty popular TikTok creator, and 3 hours before we were supposed to record, he asked me if I wanted to make an video with him, which I declined, and 1 hour before we were supposed to meet up, he canceled, and this is why.
Well, it really just sounds like BenTelect is just one of the best manosphere content creators ever, with the way that he is leveraging his position of power against women to try to say, I'll make you famous if.
She says, sounds like you need some anger management help. He says, be careful who you say that to, Maria, because there are people who really need help with that.
That I interpret as a threat. Put everything on hold. We got to talk about BenTelect. We got Nick is Not Green near the video about BenTelect. I don't know if you guys know who BenTelect is. I'm not a particular fan. The guy's content, most of it, from what I remember, because I've talked about this guy before, is just him reading memes and pretending to laugh. That's pretty much it. I haven't visited him in a while.
U.S. government, aliens exist. My last two brain cells, if they land in Italy, should we call them Italian? U.S. government.
So that's BenTelect's content. I'll put the link in the description if you're really interested in watching more BenTelect. I mean, but how could you not after hearing that? But yeah, that's him. That's most of his content.
Couple bottles, nothing too crazy. Just swinging back and forth. I mean, who has the time for this? I do keep thinking someone's gonna walk out that door. It is kind of mesmerizing. Couple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did make a bag off of it. You're right, Acrylo. Here we go.
Only 2,000 kids will understand.
Oh, only 2,000 kids will get it. Well, unfortunately, I'm not one of those 2,000. This is BenTelect's content. Apparently, he did something weird. Let's just get.
Instantly feel like we're in this episode of the Twilight Zone where the internet just continues to be crazier every day. I don't know if it's just because I'm covering news on the internet, but it seems like this year has been filled with.
Well, no, I mean, part of you probably just has like internet brain, and you think things are worse than they are because of that. So, like, yeah, it's probably a big. I don't know what BenTelect did though, so we'll find out.
Too much. There's too much going on. Too many people are turning out to be weirdos. Okay. I wish we could talk about the useless drama going on.
Yeah, I did a video about like, a smaller content creator covered, Nick is Not Green's perspective on the Super Mega situation. That was just bad. Like, it was just like so out of touch and like not understanding of the real world. But it's probably partially his internet brain. But
instead, everyone on the internet has to be a freak.
Don't worry, guys. There was nothing to see anyway.
Starting to ask myself that question.
There's nothing to see.
Am I the freak? No. But you know who is going to be a freak today? A classic in the Nick is Not Green YouTube history books. One of my arch nemeses from the first few months that I was doing YouTube. It's someone that you guys know and love. His name is BenTelect. Now, it has been over 2 years. It's been like 2.5 years since I made my first video on BenTelect. It was one of the first videos I made when I got into commentary and I started doing YouTube full time. And boy, I have to talk about him today because, of course, some crazy stuff came out about him. Maybe 2 years too late. But I'm excited that we get to talk about it because it seems like it's been a long time coming. I know there are so
you saying that it happened 2 years ago? Or
many other dramas going on online. Linus Tech Tips being the big one. But I know my audience isn't interested in tech tips. You guys just want drama. You don't want tips. You want stories. And boy, do I have a story for you today. So I made my first video about BenTelect, like I said, 2.5 years ago. And if you don't know who he is, you might know once you watch TikTok of his.
Therapist, you're overthinking. What if don't? What if don't? What if everyone else is underthinking? You think he's cute until it's time to send a picture of him.
I mean, I just don't know where he gets the confidence from, man. It's like, actually, it's almost impressive, BenTelect.
To the girls' group chat. Get racked. The last 3 years explained. 2019, big gap. 2023.
I mean, you know what's funny about that meme is you can interpret that as 2019, and then that's not a big gap. It's just that everybody put black squares up from 2020 to 2022 because they were virtue signaling about BLM.
That's just the truth. The good old days. Okay, thank God that's over. What many people don't understand is trying to have a nice day costs like $120. Facts. And
what does that mean? Like, because you have to pay rent, or?
That's where I end it. That's where it's too much. Oh, I cannot believe he's still doing this. Like 3 years.
I mean, he's getting that bag, so I guess why wouldn't he keep doing it?
He's been doing this for 3 years, and he does the same exact bit where he takes other people's content.
It's just it's consistency. You gotta respect it.
He puts them up on the screen, he reads them, and he laughs in his classic Bentellect laugh. And of course, my first video was about not only how annoying Bentellect is, but also the fact that he profits off of popular tweets that he finds online. That
hey, get your bag. You know, there's people who just read Reddits for a living. There's just I just personally don't care. Catch your bag, baby.
People send to him because he's a creator that reads tweets. That's his thing. But of course, it kept unraveling because after my video that I made about Bentellect taking content and just throwing it on the screen and getting millions of views for stuff that other people write, he actually copyright claimed my video and claimed that he should be getting paid.
That's silly. I think what Bentellect does is annoying, but I personally don't care. But for him to copyright claim is like it's actually just like insane. It's rather hypocritical. It's rather hypocritical.
For me showing his videos on screen because I was taking his content and re-uploading it. Apparently it wasn't transformative enough, even though my video was specifically made to show that that content sucks. And his content is framing what he does in a lot more positive light. And let's go back a couple years and see what my follow-up video to the Bentellect video was, because I want to show you what message he sent to me. He tried to copyright claim, not just copyright claim, but copyright strike. So weird looking at myself from the past. I've never really reacted.
Looks the exact same.
To one of my videos live.
I have. You're not actually live, but I have. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe he did this live. I don't know. We reacted to a video from the Rob and Dan channel, my podcast channel that I live stream on every Sunday. I had to think of a day. It's in the description.
On one of my videos. Not just copyright claim, but copyright strike my video and get it taken down because I was making fun of him. He even wrote the whole entire email out, and I was sent exactly what he told YouTube, which I'll put up on the screen. But yeah, he basically...
The user is not only using my work from YouTube, but also from TikTok. A large part of the video is content that I created, including videos from the videos sharing as Cameo, screen recordings, my social media. About half of the content of the video is my work. The user is also hating. I mean, half of it's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty transformative, in my opinion. 50% the content, 50% what he has to say about it. That meets the benchmark. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. Oh, I'm gonna die now. Rip.
Complained that I was stealing his content and would link videos of him just stealing other people's content, and then wanted not only my money, but my whole entire video taken down for it. And this video was August 18th, 2021. In 2 days, it'll be the 2-year anniversary. And so, yeah, you can see right here, copyright infringement notification, Bentellect LLC, Benjamin Taroli, and...
Well, I don't know why you show his name, but okay. BenTelect LLC. Wow, very professional.
His whole little write-up here saying that the user is not only using my work from YouTube, but also from TikTok. A large part of the video is content that I created, including videos from the video sharing app Cameo and screen recordings of my social media.
You know, I have a Cameo. I just don't use it. I don't know why. But I guess I could reinstate it, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, accounts. Of course, which all include him talking about other people's content. So Ben should know more than anyone else that fair use is a law that applies right here on YouTube. And YouTube, for once, understood that and didn't take down my video or allow it to be copyright claimed, very surprisingly. And so that was my start with my arch nemesis, right? And, you know, he went on to become this meme across social media where people would start posting about how...
Well, he was already a meme before that. Like, let's not insinuate that you made him a meme. Because he was already a meme. Everybody was already clowning on him before that. I'm assuming that you jumped on the trend, which I don't disagree with. But I don't think that... Oh, my balls are going to get fucking stuffed right now. But you're not the meme creator here with this guy.
They're in his walls, and they would start posting these memes of like scary little creatures that were after Bentellect. And everyone was kind of in on the joke that Ben was kind of the dork of TikTok.
Sure.
But there was never that thing that finally gave us a reason to know that Bentellect is a freak weirdo.
And BenTelect, enter BenTelect.
Called BenTelect.
Probably familiar with Bentellect.
Guy named BenTelect is BenTelect.
You know me, I just can't help but flip it. I'm on top of you, can't get my business. We go out, get like 4 or 5 dishes.
Is he weird because he does rap music?
Then go home with like 4 or 5.
Okay.
No, we did have proof. We had proof the whole time he was a freak weirdo. Did you just see that? We had proof the whole time. But the thing with Ben is that he never gives up. The guy's got 11.3.
Never back down. Never do give up. Never do what? I botched that pretty weirdly. True.
Million followers on TikTok. Every TikTok is the same garbage that it has been for almost 3 years now.
School counselors be like, this stays between us, then call the cops. I'm seeing someone, not dating, just hallucinations. Everything is dishwasher safe if you don't care enough about it. Okay, you know, that's good.
I cannot tell you guys how validating it is that we know now that Bentellect isn't just a freak in his videos, but he is a freak in real life.
Okay.
And I'm excited to show you why. A tweet came out from a influencer on OnlyFans by the name of Jordan Max. And she says, I was invited to be on a podcast by a pretty popular TikTok creator, and 3 hours before we were supposed to record, he asked me if I wanted to make an OnlyFans video with him, which I declined, and 1 hour before we were supposed to meet up, he canceled, and this is why. So Jordan was going to do this podcast.
Well, if that's true, that is some actually really scummy behavior. I mean, that's basically saying, hey, the only way you're going to be on my show is if you have sex with me. If that's true. But you have to prove that, obviously. You need TTS tests. I mean, video. Hey, you want to do the pickle video? We need to see more specifics.
Make an OnlyFans video. He canceled, and this is why. So Jordan was going to do this podcast episode with Bentellect, which is, you know, who she's talking about in this story. And he texts her 3 hours before she shows up and says, do you want to make a video for OnlyFans? Now, please understand, even though Bentellect has posted thirst traps in the past.
I mean, him asking that question since she's an OnlyFans creator is like fine. Like, whatever. I don't necessarily care about that. But if he does deny her the opportunity, let's see.
I'm not going to show them because I don't want to ruin my audience's day. Even though he's made those cringe videos, he is not a sex worker. He does not make content for any sort of adult content website. But he does invite someone who does onto a podcast to do a pickle taste testing video. Something that is not very sexual at all.
I think that you're being sarcastic, obviously, but obviously it is. But she's probably also partially on there to plug her OnlyFans, so it's probably a segment that she enjoys to do. So,
just eating pickles. And I'm pretty sure by deciding to do a pickle taste test podcast with Bentellect, you're not agreeing to make adult content with that person. I'm pretty sure there's a big difference between doing a pickle taste test video on a podcast and having full-on sexual intercourse with that person on video. But 3 hours before the podcast, Bentellect shows up and he says, do you want to make a video for OnlyFans? She replies and says when, and he says today.
If she says when, it sounds like she's open to making the video with Bentellect. That's just what it sounds like to me. When? That sounds like she's down. She sounds like she's down to make a video with him. Maybe just not today. You know, maybe she's not feeling it today. I don't know.
As in, 3 hours when he's going to see her. She replies and she says, no, you need a TTS test within the last 14 days. I feel like she meant to say STD test.
Yeah, she sounds like she's talking about that. So she's totally down to fuck this guy out for OnlyFans. I wonder if he's slanging a hog. You know, I wonder if he's hog slanging there. I mean, I would never do OnlyFans because my penis is small. So
test, unless I'm not aware of another test, then please let me know. And an OnlyFans creator account. BenTelect specifies that he means a video for her page. She says, doing what? And BenTelect responds, I don't know what performs the best on your page. If you want to make a video for OnlyFans, I think he knows what he's asking. He says, I was just thinking, you're helping me with doing a video for my YouTube, so maybe I could help your OnlyFans.
Bro, that's like the cringiest fucking riz. Hey, I don't see. The problem is that like this by itself isn't so bad, except for the fact that he cancels it. Like, obviously, this is like really fucking uncomfortable behavior to even put her in that instance. But he's shooting his shot, and he said, "You want to make an OnlyFans video?" You know, so fucking weird. This guy's a weirdo, dude. What the fuck? Okay.
He says, I'm good,
my
thanks.
God.
Thanks, though. He says, no worries. But then 1 hour before they were supposed to meet up, he says, hey, I'm going to do the pickle video with someone else. Thanks, though. Pray hands emoji. Or maybe high five emoji. Maybe he's doing a high five. She responds with, okay. Any particular reason why? Ben says, to be honest, I thought it would just be fun to film and see where things go, but I got it. She responds and says, okay, best of luck.
Yeah, I mean, if these screenshots are real, you know, then like, yeah, I think that's really gross. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that's very inappropriate. That is exceptionally inappropriate to me, to deny somebody a business opportunity because they won't have sex with you. Because that's what this is to me. I wouldn't even say this guy's a freak. I think that this guy is disgusting. I think that this guy doesn't have a good grasp on what consent is. You know, again, I don't necessarily have an issue with him asking to make an OnlyFans video with her since she's an OnlyFans creator. You know, I don't care about that. I care about the fact that after she said no, he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to do this then. To me, that's trying to tell her that he'll only platform her if she'll fuck him. And I think that that's gross, you know? So, yeah.
And then he posts on his Instagram, pickle tasting video coming soon, which Jordan says, we were going to do a pickle taste testing mukbang video podcast. Am I saying the word right? I'm sorry. Which was my idea in the first place, but now he's just going to take my idea and do it with someone else. So not only did Ben agree to do the pickle taste testing video, but again, the content he was going to make was not even his idea. He cannot come up with a single shred of content that is original at all. It has to be someone else every time.
Yeah, the Myron, the fresh and fit strategy of getting women. Basically just imitate Harvey Weinstein, you know?
Even when he asks about the OnlyFans video, he goes, I don't know what performs best on your page. I don't know what we should do. Maybe we do an OnlyFans video, but I don't know what we could do. You'd think for once, Ben would decide to come up with a single idea that is his, but yet again, he feels like he needs to profit off of someone else so he can continue to make money off of this content while basically siphoning everything he does off of other people who have original ideas. It is a react video in the worst way. If you think XQC was bad, I think this guy is going to take it to the next level. And even though BenTelect has 11 million followers and this controversy should be a lot bigger than...
I guess he wanted to do a pickle tasting video for her content too. I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Do you want to taste my pickle? It's very sour. It's very sour. It has been sitting inside of it's been just sitting for days. Haven't cleaned it. It's just kind of you know, it's just kind of doing its thing there. You know, it's just kind of doing its thing. Stinking. Stinky pickle test.
Than it is when you invite creators who are so much smaller than you to do these things and try to take advantage of them when they do come out to talk about it.
What the fuck?
As famous as BenTelect may be and as many people as he might reach, these kind of tweets only get a few hundred likes.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I mean, has BenTelect responded to the allegations that he's a fucking weirdo? BenTelect, have you responded to the allegations that you're a fucking... that you're... a bitch? I don't know. Oh, I want to view their profile. It's very risque. It's hard to... Let me see if I can scroll down and find these things. Oh, there's more accusations here.
And so, following this tweet, you might wonder, hey, what did Ben do to respond to all of this? And his initial reaction to this post, which goes to show how...
I think that Ben's initial reaction was to read the post and then go, that's crazy. Ben, what's your response to the allegations? I'll just read them and laugh. Incredible.
How dumb this man really is he DMs Jordan Max saying, you need to take this tweet down or I will sue you. We are talking about
Benjamin,
a 34-year-old man who has a full-time job on the internet, and that was what he decided to say. I don't know if he really expected that to make him look good, but here we are. And if you think it couldn't get crazier, Jordan says, so it turns out that I'm not the only one BenTelect has tried this with. Another one...
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly, wouldn't doubt it.
Who wishes to stay anonymous DM'd me with screenshots from conversations that she had with him as well. Jordan goes on to show proof of her own conversations with Ben later in this story, so I do have reason to trust that the people that are DMing her and giving her this evidence are showing the proper proof for it. And
yeah, I mean, from what we've seen, it seems like she's telling the truth. She has screenshots. They can be edited. I'm not sure. If that's Bentellect just said, I'm going to sue you, it suggests that they, I don't know, they aren't edited. And so if those things are true and they're unedited and there's just what he did, then, yeah, I mean, it's, you know, even if they are lying, I mean, you seem to try to use your position of power as a large content creator to have sex with somebody, and when they wouldn't do it, you just didn't do content with them when you had planned to do so already. I think that that's really scummy behavior, and I would go as far as to say like an abuse of your platform. I think it's disgusting. I think it's just absolutely disgusting, you know.
And she is allowing them to stay anonymous. Unfortunately, you have to state that when anyone comes out and doesn't want their name to be slandered by a guy with 11 million views, and then you just get a bunch of people who are like, well, if it's anonymous, that means it's a lie. Anyways, I hope I make that point clear. Now, this is a different OnlyFans.
Well, in general, when people come out anonymously, you can't authenticate, I guess that's the right word, what people are saying. But since we do seem to have an authentic situation, like you can take it like, oh, this seems to be true, right? Like, we're not just operating in the way that we should be when it comes to serious allegations of, like, obviously innocent until proven guilty without completely discrediting the person coming out, right? That's how you're supposed to interact. Oh.
Creator who sent this to Jordan. Ben texts her and says, do you work tomorrow? She says on Sunday, sorry, crazy busy day. I don't work tomorrow. No. Ben says, no worries. He says, let's make some content tomorrow. Not like that, but let's just film a podcast. 7 hours later, Ben texts her and says, what do you think?
Saying not like that, let's just film a podcast sounds like he's trying to throw a little riz on there. He's like, let's make content. Not that content, right? Because I'm assuming he's talking to somebody that does OnlyFans. As a way to kind of put it into it's a tester. It's like, not that content. Unless. Would you like to see my qualifications? And then he just sends her a wiener. He takes a pickle out, and he's like, holy fuck, I didn't know that they came in white, you know?
Then 2 hours later, he texts her again and says, you're killing me, gorgeous.
Gorgeous? Oh, he's horny. Bentellect, you dirty dog. Oh, I cannot believe that you are such a bad person.
Millennials who decide to be influencers online
guy.
And have no idea how to interact with real people. Please stop. You're embarrassing.
Like, there's nothing wrong with hitting on somebody, by the way. Like, it's fine that he's hitting on her. I don't care about... Excuse me. I don't care about him hitting on these girls. It's the I'll do work with you if you fuck me. That's the problem I have.
Yourself.
Wait,
Ben texts her 3 hours later and says, I've also been thinking about this OnlyFans thing, and I think I could make us a lot of money straight up. Which is not only weirdly intrusive, and it seems like it's the first time he brought it up. Obviously, this like podcast thing is his...
I mean, if this girl does OnlyFans, I can kind of see it because you're mixing business and sex together. So if he was like, oh, If he messages girls and says like, "Oh, do you want to do OnlyFans with me?" I don't think that fundamentally that's like an issue because it could be a boost to their content. I don't care about that. What I care about is deciding to cancel a podcast plan because they won't do it. That's the issue that I have more than anything else. Don't hurt me though, bro. Don't hurt me. Oh, okay.
Way into asking these girls if he can get in their pants, but he's also putting himself up on this pedestal of like, oh, I have a really big fan base. I think we could make a lot of money on this, as if his
Maybe
audience isn't children who like watching him laugh at tweets.
No, people will probably watch it. I'll probably check it out
all day. That's the only thing he does, is he takes other people's ideas and then tries to use his power to get inside of people's pants. She responds 5 hours later and says, hey, sorry, I've been MIA today. Today's been like a mental health day. See?
Stop it. Shut up, dude. Just say you're weird. You fucking freak. Why do you ask me that question?
Seems very understandable. It's a Sunday. I hope she enjoyed it. But Ben responds and says, hey.
Sunday is a day of rest, a day of prayer. My mental health day. My God day.
Hey, praying hands emoji / high five. Thank you, smiley face. Text the next morning. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. The alarm clock hasn't even rung.
At that point, he should take the hint that she doesn't want to fuck him on OnlyFans, and I think that that's okay. He tried his Riz out, didn't live up to the Riz.
Yet, and Ben's saying, "Do you want to come over tomorrow night?" Ben responds like 8 hours later and is like, "Actually, are you down to come over tonight?
Oh
or
shit!
Are you just a flake?" Doesn't even give her 2 hours to respond before Ben has to say, "Yeah, sorry, babe, but you're just too much of a flake. Bye." She responds to him and says, you know, if you wouldn't have texted me so rudely calling me a flake after 1 day of not texting you, you might have stood a chance. I can see why you're single now. Goodbye. He responds and says, yeah,
that's not true. She was going to reject him regardless, and that's just like a way to make him feel like he's stupid, but he deserves it, so I don't care. That's whatever. Okay.
Whatever. Go F yourself. Says the girl who's trying to make an OnlyFans. Good luck. So if she does want Ben to have sex with her on camera for...
Oh, you're trying to make an OnlyFans in a disparaging tone. You're trying to fuck her on the OnlyFans, dude. So it's weird that he just doesn't respect these women. So
for people to watch, then that's okay. But if she's trying to make OnlyFans content on her own, then she's just a girl who's trying to make an OnlyFans. And how can she even say that if she's the one trying to sell her body online?
You're the whore. You should be fucking me for just because.
Truly incel behavior from a 34-year-old man who has a massive following and probably has enough money to do whatever he wants.
I doubt that he makes that much money on TikTok. But again, like, I don't have the issue of him asking, do you want to do OnlyFans? Like, that doesn't fucking matter to me. The issue is the other stuff and how fucking much of how much of a pussy he is about it when he doesn't get his way. That's also a pretty big issue. Oh, you're dead. Oh.
Please, dude, just go jerk off in the bathroom and leave people alone, okay? She rightfully responds, first, do you want to make content with me and now you're throwing it in my face? LMAO. Ben responds, save your words.
Save your words, wench.
So you're just a flake. If you were actually up front, I'd be down. But you probably have a lot going on, which is understandable. But either way, I honestly don't care. Totally seems like he doesn't. Oh my gosh, it's raining in the desert right now. Check it out. Can you see it?
No, I can't.
Can you see the rain? Oh, that's a salt shaker. Can you see the rain? She responds and says, cool. Stop texting me then. And I'm not sure if this one is before or after these first...
They're in a delicate balance where BenTelect feels like he still has a shot if he shames her enough. You know, typical fuckboy tactic.
Screenshots took place, but it's BenTelect messaging her on Snapchat saying, do you want to come over here and spend some time with me?
Oh, shit.
Because on a side note, I do think I could probably make us some money on OnlyFans. BenTelect fucks crazy... something into oblivion. Can someone tell me what that word is? I'm trying to figure out what it is.
You didn't show it.
He literally straight up says, if you come over, I'll give you $1,000. I just really want you. She responds and says, I'm good right now. Don't try to bribe me with money. That's weird. And he said, no, that is weird.
Wouldn't she be the one to pay you for doing the OnlyFans? Now he's just getting into prostitution. This is a fucking weirdo, dude. Oh my God. BenTelect, what's happening?
but I would like to see you. 34 years old, ladies and germs. We got another DM from another anonymous woman who says, OMG, I've dealt with Bentellect too. Actually, he's bothered a lot of women. I don't have any screenshots from our 3-day hangout, but he told me he loved me and asked me to move in right away. I started pushing back that it was too much, and he flipped out on me. It was days after I was cheated on, and he was like, I don't want to talk about your feelings. I want to talk about us. He also drank two 1.75 liquor bottles of mine in a day. He's an alcoholic and needs to seek help immediately. I'd also have a lawyer if I were you, because he's the type to sue even if he doesn't have the grounds to. Very surprising, because he kind of tried taking the same route with me 2 years ago, and he's still trying to intimidate people with lawyers because they are talking about things that he is factually doing online. Facts. Oh, it's a little bird. He's trying to
that's where the facts came from. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
brain. Hi, bird.
Well, it really just sounds like Bentellect is just one of the best manosphere content creators ever, with the way that he is leveraging his position of power against women to try to say, I'll make you famous if... incredible stuff, Benny boy.
Jordan even shows right here, as I said before, the proof that Bentellect DM'd her saying that he was going to sue her. Here's the screenshot. You will need to take this tweet down or I will sue you. Oh, and here is his response to the whole thing, which we are going to get to right now. So let's get to the apology. Apparently Bentellect posted his original apology on TikTok stories. So after a day, it goes away. No one's going to see it anymore. Okay. On his 11 million follower account, that's where he puts his apology. But luckily on his Twitter...
I'm surprised he's even saying anything. He'd probably be better off just saying nothing. Nobody likes Bentellect for Bentellect. Nobody goes to Bentellect because of him, his personality, or anything. People go to Bentellect because he collects information and he does stupid... He just is being stupid. Bentellect is somebody that Facebook moms goes, this guy's kind of funny. That's it. So he should just not even respond to it. Like, because nobody values him for his personhood, you know? He just exists. He's a collector. That's it, of information.
That has, 25,000 followers or whatever. I did the math, and Bentellect's audience on Twitter is 0.22% of the size that it is on TikTok. Okay. 24.5 thousand followers. He posted this apology 3 days ago. He deleted the apology tweet. He already deleted it. And I don't have the screen recorded, so since when I recorded up until now, I'm editing it like an hour later, and he's already taken the tweet down with like the hidden replies and everything.
Wait, so you didn't take a screenshot of it? Why?
Insane. What a piece of shit. And it has 110 likes.
Oh, he did. He did screenshot it.
And 127 responses. Seems pretty small for someone who has such a massive audience online. But let's read the GOAT of apologies right here, Bentellect. I've recently been accused of some heinous actions and would like the opportunity to share my disgust at these accusations. Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in the rights and equality of all humans, including women.
Well, I appreciate him letting us know that women are human, because I wouldn't have known without him telling me. Thank you.
Dude, this isn't an equal rights thing, man. This has
no, it's a feminist virtue signal is what it is.
Nothing to do with whether or not you're a feminist or whether or not you believe that women should have equal rights as men. I'm pretty sure we hopefully can assume that that's what you believe. Oh, but man, it just gets better. I love this kind of apology. He is so 34 years old. He's
feeling attacked.
Says, I grew up in a home with 3 sisters and no brothers.
So I assaulted my... What is the point of this? What did she say? What was he saying?
I grew up in a small town. We had to make jokes to get by the day. Sorry, my brother made that joke the other day. I stole the joke. I grew up in a home with 3 sisters and no brothers. Apparently the no brothers thing is important. There's not a single brother in my family, which means that there's no way that I'm being a creep towards these women. I grew up, I keep wanting to read it over. Very early on, the importance, power, love, and abilities women have.
I guess those abilities are to do OnlyFans with him. guess he really appreciates that. They deserve to be cherished and uplifted and treated with respect, and that's how I live my life. I do not condone the statements or accusations that have suddenly been hoisted upon me, and I hope to speak to anyone who feels that they have been wronged. Okay, cool.
Dude, that's not checking out. Hoisting is not, no, it's not working.
The word works. It's fine. I don't care about the word hoist.
You're not getting past this one. Oh, there's the hidden replies right here. Jordan herself posting
There were more hidden replies, including her thread, but since he took down the apology, I can't show
thread.
them.
He
What is a hidden reply?
has it hidden in his replies. He has it hidden. Literally actively suppressing what these people are trying to say about him. It is crazy how dumb this man really is. We go from XQC to Roger Clay to BenTelect all within like a week.
Who the fuck is Roger Clay? Is that the guy from the Superman?
I can't handle it all. Not only that, but we've got another woman who came forward with insane text messages from him. Benjamin Ayo. She says after what
That's a nice name for him.
I'm assuming to be a similar conversation to those we've seen in the past. Well, I guess that it's just not meant to be then. BenTelect says facts. No
I fucking hate that.
hard feelings, but yeah, it ain't working.
It ain't if you ain't jerking, then this ain't working. It's beautiful stuff. It's beautiful stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that he hid it just because it was hidden. Maybe it was too offensive or something. I don't really know how Twitter works, but you might be right. I have no fucking idea.
She replies
I have no interest in learning how Twitter works either.
with a peace sign. He replies and says, peace. Peace emoji.
You know how that's like a 1, 2. People typically count like that. You know how I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you get to 5. More natural to do it like this instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hurts my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy as frick.
And for your future self, if you're going to turn around on a guy and say, hey, I'm not down for the friends with benefits shit, just say that before you go through all the bullshit. Boring as
Facts.
Listen, I used to be a little bit of a fuck boy myself. But once you take the L, you shouldn't push the shaming tactic. Also, you shouldn't leverage your position as a content creator, but we've already discussed that. If I don't even know the context of the conversation, but if she's like, I don't want to fuck you, just be like, all right, I guess that's all good. It's all good. Roger Cleve is the old guy on TikTok who sings, and Nick has a video calling him a creep. Oh, I know who you're talking about. He was like 59 and he dated like a 19-year-old girl. Yeah, I saw that. Like, from what I've seen, like, I guess I could look into it more. It doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. But maybe I'm just not educated on it enough. I really don't have that much of an interest in looking at it.
problem that you turned around and quit drinking because you're an alcoholic and now pass out at 8 p.m.
Facts.
being peace out.
Jesus
Facts.
Christ.
Oh, he's such an incel. He's such an incel. She says, clearly there are some hard feelings on your part. He says, LOL, it's whatever. And she said, and I'm far from an alcoholic. He responds and says,
Me too. I've surpassed an alcoholic. This is beyond alcoholic. This is beyond Super Saiyan. Some call this Super Saiyan 2. This is alcoholic 3. That's me transforming into an alcoholic level 3. Soon I'll be an alcoholic god. Then I'll be alcoholic blue. Ultra alcoholic instinct. What do you think about that? It's beautiful stuff.
I don't like giving time and attention to someone who is full of shit. I've been trying to hang out and it's been blah, blah, blah excuses every single time. So just don't waste people's time in the future and you won't get hard feelings.
Beautiful,
Far from an alcoholic.
Thank you, BenTelect, for the beautiful sentence.
But you fucking pass out at 4 in the morning, sleep for 3 hours, and then pass out at 10 o'clock and sleep till 3 in the morning and then continue to sleep till noon.
It's like a grandma's sleep schedule.
Okay, laughing emojis. Anyways, I'm done. I just had to say that because you're full of shit. And saying this after he's been accused by a different woman of drinking all of her liquor. She says, clearly I wasn't that interested to begin
Maybe he was trying to actually lick her.
with, and you weren't able to take the hint a month ago. If I actually wanted to hang out with you, I would have made an effort.
clearly I wasn't that interested to begin with, and you weren't able to take the hint a month ago. Oh, that's because men are like emotionally unintelligent sometimes. I mean, this situation seems to be that she might, like, I don't know, she might have let him on. This one might have been her leading him on. He still acted like a fucking child in the way that he interacted with her. Also, I don't care because we already have the first situation that's more serious. So
He said, then shut the f up and quit wasting people's time, you stupid. Facts. This shit is so
Jesus Christ. What if she changed her mind to BenTelect? Come on, bro.
crazy that I don't want to believe it's true, because I don't want to believe that there is someone as stupid as Ben out there. Oh, and my camera's dead. It's true, guys. All your favorite YouTubers use their iPhones to shoot. You know, do it yourself.
I mean, iPhones are getting better and better. It's really not the worst idea in the entire world to do something like that.
Ben says, if I recall, I told you I didn't want shit to do with you when you were like, oh, well, I would actually date you, but you're boring as F.
I think Seaman dates. I recall I told you I didn't want shit to do with you when you were like, oh, well, I would actually date you, but you're boring as fuck. Damn, why did he still talk to her?
F, just shut the F up and go to bed. I don't like saying these words.
Bitch, yeah.
Okay, it hurts me to even put myself in his.
I like to use the term silly goose in replace of some bad words. But people don't like it when I do that for some reason.
Shoes. She says, sounds like you need some anger management help. He says, be careful who you say that to, Maria, because there are people who really need help with that.
What the fuck? That's a very scary way to say that. That I interpret as a threat. That's a bit scary.
Super disrespectful to say that to somebody.
Why? He sounds like he has an anger problem, bro.
What, huh? It's always people turning around the card and being like, actually, you're being disrespectful to people with anger management issues. Super disrespectful to say that to someone. Also a very basic ass thing to say. There's a reason that you've been single for this many years, and it's because no one wants you and no one gives a fuck about you, because you aren't shit, you're not fun, you're boring as fuck. Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of your basic ass boring loser.
Damn, BenTelect really do be just watching Fresh and Fit to get dating advice.
I'm gonna have to bleep that whole statement.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's what? According to this woman who wishes to remain anonymous because clearly this dude is unhinged, they dated on and off a few years ago, but people really don't change, do they? These are really disgusting. So
I do. Once every few days, I change my underwear. What do you think about that, Betty boy?
I'm not gonna like read every single one. I think we get the point now. There's even more. There's even more. And here's an actual screenshot with his whole name in it. He says, I don't care if you was out. You at home now. You ain't a down B. So, no.
Uh-oh. Are we going to say he's racist, too? Is he culturally appropriating? Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. You at your parents right now. I don't live that life, sorry. But you not in my league.
You're at your parents right now? I don't live that life? What does that mean? You want to... Why? You don't like girls with parents? What? That's a weird thing.
And man, I think I've had enough at this point. I think I'm good. Anyways, I wish this wasn't true. I wish that people weren't like this, but yet again, we have another millennial with a power trip, feeling like he is entitled to any woman that he wants because he has a TikTok account for middle schoolers.
Facts.
Reading other people's jokes.
It's not for middle schoolers. It's for literal grandmas. Let's just be very clear. His content doesn't appeal to children. It appeals to grandmas. It appeals to old people that go, that guy, he has such a nice smile. So it's not really middle schoolers. It's for boomers.
What was the thing BenTelect used to say? He would say like double facts or something.
He'd go, among us.
Life hacks you didn't know. Hold a pencil between your teeth if you're in a bad mood. I've
Why?
tried it. Chew gum when you're stuck in traffic to reduce frustration. That's a must. Eat marshmallow to soothe a sore throat. That's pretty cool. Turn
Seriously.
the water to cold at the end of your shower to prevent acne.
Why would that do that?
That's not cap. Put deodorant on a mosquito bite to...
That's really cool, man. That's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch some other drama videos, I'll put my playlists up on the screen.
All right, cool. Now we know that BenTelect's a bad guy. But dude, I'm honestly shocked that this wasn't just some bullshit fucking virtue signal. This is actually real. I mean, to be honest with you, that shit was fucking wild. For the most part, he just seems to be like a sex pest, which is obviously not good. But the stuff where like, you know, and that personally I think is shitty behavior, but I don't necessarily care about that. What I really care about again is that he said to a girl he was gonna do a podcast with her, and then when she said she wouldn't do OnlyFans with him, he canceled it. And to me, that's leveraging your position as a famous content creator to try to get sex out of somebody, and I think that that's disgusting behavior.